Hello and welcome to this week's episode of What Say You. What issue are we on? Issue
45, episode 45.
Episode 45.
You're already having a stroke.
Why?
What issue?
Oh, I was thinking in terms of comic books.
All right,
I like it. I'm going to call them issues from now
Fair
on.
enough. Issue number 45.
Issue 45. I'm Brian Quinn. With me is great Sal Volcano. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Can you pause 1 second?
Okay, the pause. That was quick. We made 40 seconds before you needed to take a break.
Hey.
I have to, before I forget, start out this episode with an apology. And you know I hate apologizing.
Uh-oh, what is this about?
Well, Diamond BQ, he might have went over the line a little bit. I got an email from a Nuggalo, who I guess in trying to craft the Diamond BQ persona, I may have dug a little too deep into some of our listeners' personal life. Yeah.
No.
And when I said something about a woman who's, I forget what I even said about they were working out and someone died.
I think you might have been just pulling out a fake scenario, but it ended up being a real scenario.
Well, I inadvertently pulled something real from an email somebody had sent us.
Right.
And apparently this woman's husband died while they were working out. And she wrote me an email, and it wasn't an angry
While they were
email.
working out?
Yeah, something like that.
Did I hear that correctly? You mean like exercising?
Yeah, they were in a gym working out.
Oh, wow.
And, like,
okay.
he died or something like that. And
Okay.
she wrote an email and said, hey, that was my husband you were talking about. And at first I was really upset and I was really hurt by it, but then decided to just take it in the spirit of the show and let it go.
Bravo.
I appreciate you taking that stance. But I do feel I owe you an apology because I don't, that wasn't fun, even though it didn't sound like it was. And we were trying something to just make people laugh. And the last thing I would want to do, honestly, and this is from the bottom of my heart, is hurt anybody's feelings or make anybody feel bad.
Right. That being said, I'm not making a joke though.
Yeah.
We also are trying to entertain and make people laugh.
Of course.
You gotta focus on your intention and motivation.
That's right.
That's all.
But and she knew that. She knew that in the email, and she wasn't demanding an apology. She didn't say, "Hey, but I just want to say I do apologize for that." I still think the bit worked. People had a great response.
Actually, it was a huge response.
Yeah. So we'll be doing it in the future, but maybe I'll just stick to things that aren't, maybe so real. So sorry about that. My condolences.
Or
on
conversely,
go ahead.
We can really, really just dig into these characters, and we could do a whole episode lambasting her and her entire life.
Yeah. If we can get like the funeral cards and read them on the. No, let's not, please.
No. I was just saying lambasting her. And you brought the depth back into it.
I can't stop myself, bro.
Come on, man.
Listen to me. I think
I was going to do a fun little prod to exit on, and then you went too far.
I can't do it. I can't. I think out of the four of us, most people would agree that I'm probably the darkest out of the four of us.
Yeah.
And I can't. It's hard.
I mean, come on, bud. Let's not bring race into this.
I know. So Diamond BQ does not apologize. Diamond BQ does not give a shit, but BQ certainly feels that. But we got to bring out Diamond BQ and Hard Knock Sal on stage. This weekend.
That's right. Someone yelled it out, right?
No. A woman came on stage.
Oh, right.
We actually got chided by Joe Gatto, who. I'll get to Joe in a second. We have to have him on the show. Something came up that we have to clear the air with him on something.
Really?
Yeah, but a woman came up on stage.
Who are we? It's like we're Howard Stern or Opie and Anthony or something.
We're not.
We're shrouded in controversy.
We shouldn't be. We were on stage. Where were we? Where was this fucking? Indiana. Merricksville?
Yeah. Merrillville.
And this woman came up on stage, a drunk woman came up on stage, and we were already frustrated with the venue a little bit because the mics weren't working. And that throws us off a lot when that happens.
Yes.
But then also security was not working because a woman just walked up on stage, meandered up on stage drunk, and was just hugging us, and security did nothing until I called out that they were doing nothing. And she walked off stage, and I was legitimately angry. I wasn't fucking around.
Right.
I was pissed, and they threw her out of the theater, and I just started saying, fuck her, and who the fuck do you think you are coming up on stage? And all these people sit there, and they know not to come up on stage, and I was like, it's like Diamond BQ's in the house, and the what say you crap people in the audience started going, woo! you. And then and then you started saying nice things. And I said, fuck it. I was like, give us some Hard Knock Sal. And you started going, fuck her. and like the audience, what say you? The Nuggelos got it and we're laughing. The regular audience loved it. And then Joe Gatto goes, hey, enough with the fucking what say you bits on stage. Knock it off, right? And that reminded me that Joe sent me a text a few episodes back where you were talking about getting a speeding ticket. Or no, a ticket for talking on the phone.
Yeah.
And Joe was the one who called you. And
yeah, he was calling from the office, and it was the office. That's why I picked up.
And apparently, and maybe if Declan could find it, I don't know if he wants to throw it in or not. It's up to him. Where I go, well, who called you? And you go, Joe Gatto. And I go, oh, God. And I went back and listened to it. I know what I meant. I just meant that I was just going along with the story. Gatto sent me a text and was just like, do you care to explain why you sounded... And I thought he was kidding at first, but it turned out he was serious. He was like, care to explain why you were like, oh, God, when my name came up on the episode.
My phone rang.
Right.
As I'm driving.
Who was it?
Joe Gatto.
Oh, God.
Okay, and it was during work hours.
So you can hold him responsible.
It was Joe Gatto. I didn't really hold him responsible, but I knew he was calling about work.
Right.
Oh, so Joe listens to the show. I didn't know that.
Oh, Joe listens week in, week out.
Does he?
Yeah, he talks to me about it every week. Yeah.
I had absolutely no idea of that.
Yeah, so, and he refuses to come on the show because...
How does he find the time? I have no time to listen to podcasts.
I guess he wants to just see what we're up to.
Yeah.
So I said, dude, I was like, you got to come on the show. We got to talk about this on the show. We'll call it Old God Gate. You know what I mean? It'll be fun.
Gate.
So I think we're going to get Joe finally on the show. Shouldn't be this hard.
He thought you were like saying, oh God, in relation to just his person?
He thought I was annoyed at him or something. And it just came out in that way. Although I can count on.
You were probably just like being
I was just in the story. It had nothing to do with Joe. Right. He thought it was. And Joe and I have a real relationship where we don't. I mean, you can count on one finger the times I've gotten annoyed with Joe over the past X amount of years.
Right.
So I guess he thought he heard that and maybe thought something was up. I was like,
yeah, I would
find out. But, yeah.
Let me see what's up. Maybe he thought that there was something like underlying or something.
Yeah, there wasn't. But it shouldn't be this hard to get one of your best friends on your podcast, but it is. But I think we finally found the way to get him on. James Murray still will not be on the show because we won't ask him.
He will never be a guest. He will never be a guest on this show.
and another thing, what the fuck, guys at home? You come to our show, you're wearing the What Say You shirt, and we love it. And then you still allow James Murray to sign the fucking shirt.
Happened twice this weekend.
Yeah.
One lady said to me, I had this, and I know to yell at him if he does it. And 2 seconds later, she's like, I'm sorry, he did it.
Yeah.
One guy was like, I got this shirt, and if Murray tries to sign it, I'm going to fuck him up.
Right.
And I was like, well, don't do that. It's so funny. Like the lady came on stage because I think, again, first of all, alcohol plays a part in a lot of these choices, like sure. the horrible thief that stole my jacket.
Right.
And alcohol certainly plays a lot. A lot of times we meet people afterwards and they are shit-faced.
Yeah.
It comes with the territory. And then some just think that's in our nature. They're like, well, I know them. I know who they are and what they're about, and they're going to get a kick out of me storming the castle and coming on stage and things like that. We've talked about that before. So I think part of it is that, but some people also like take the stuff that we're saying that might maybe tongue in cheek, which is a lot of the ribbing on Murray. Like, yes, he's an asshole, but he's our asshole, but we play it up for the show and stuff like that.
Sure, of course.
I mean, all of the things we say about each other are probably steeped in some truth, but we certainly heighten it. Exactly. But some people can't discern that.
Right.
And that's why he was like, he came up to me and he's like, he had like a nugget shirt or something. He's like, I got the nugget shirt on. He's like, he goes, I'm going to walk over there right now. If Murray says anything, that fucking ferret says anything, I'm going to fuck him up. And I was like, guy, take it easy, guy. Take it easy.
He's a friend. He's a friend.
we were in this is the best thing I've ever seen this is the best thing that's ever happened to us, on the tenure of the show. Mm. We were in Indianapolis, Indiana, going to the Indy 500. We were walking along the stadium sidewalk outside. The perimeter outside the gates. And
chain link fence.
Right. And a guy, I think he might have been one or two other people. he was casually leaning
No shirt on.
back on the fence, and he had like that when you lean back on a fence or a wall, and one foot is up and on the wall, like your knee is out,
Like a cowboy. Like
yeah. He's leaning on a thing. Now, what he did was the most genius thing I've ever seen, because he was a fan of our show,
right?
And I got all this. I gleaned all this after the comment.
Well, but we were stunned by this guy,
right? So what he did was saw us. And you got to go through the normal thing of when you see someone like from the public that you know. Like if I ever saw, I don't know, Adam Sandler walk by, I would be like, I would get excited, or I'd be like, holy shit, it's Adam Sandler. Right. Or I would say something like, I'm a big fan, or whatever it may be. He forewent all that. He subdued it.
Yeah.
All he did. Here's what happened. We walked by, and we're casually walking by, and he's leaned back and he goes, "Sup, ferret?"
Right.
That's all he said. He goes, "Sup, ferret?"
Cool as a cucumber.
Didn't raise his voice. Didn't even blink. Didn't move his body language. Nothing. His body stayed the same. Didn't even anything else. He didn't even continue after that.
He was shirtless. It's the Indy 500, which means it's a racing crowd. Take that what you will.
Right.
So there's people tailgating all over the fucking place. Right. He had no shirt on. He was sunburned. He's drinking a Budweiser and a beer cozy, whatever they call those fucking things. Like he had like ripped jean shorts.
Yeah.
He's not the guy that you would expect to just bestow comedy genius on you.
It was genius.
It was genius. It was the most well-played fan encounter I've ever.
Of all time.
Of all time.
He didn't say anything afterward. He didn't follow us, didn't follow it up with any words, didn't even keep looking at us.
Didn't even look pleased with himself for saying it.
Right. He basically, and you know, when we're out of New York and we run into people always like, the first thing they're like is, what the fuck are you doing here? Like, cause we go to like North Dakota or like what have you. And granted it was the Indy 500, but you don't expect to see all three of us. Right. It was Joe and then three of us walk by him, and he saw us, registered who we were. Right. See, and ferret isn't like, you don't know Murray's a ferret unless you kind of follow us a little more than a casual fan. Right. It's not said in every episode. Sure. It's said on stage, but like you wouldn't know it unless you really watched. Right. So that means he had a level of fanship that exceeded a baseline level. Right. He saw us, it registered. He did not crack. He kept his cool, and he offered up a collected, calm, cool, semi-insult with the dual purpose of acknowledging that he was a fan of the show, right? And he wouldn't even be a heel. Like, he wouldn't harp on anything. Right. It was... He got out of us a reaction that no one's ever gotten out of us.
This is 2 years late. Over 2 years. Yeah, no, it was May.
It's going to be 2 years.
It's going to be 2 years in May.
Yeah.
And we still talk about this guy.
Year and a half. Yeah. He went, "Sup, ferret?"
Sup, ferret.
And then didn't even look at us any further. Right. And went about his business. It was like the most well-placed.
Yeah.
I don't even know what it was. It was a greeting. Uh-huh. Let's talk about the layers of what
Let's break it down. All right, I love this.
It was a greeting.
Right.
And a salutation. Uh-huh. Right? Because that's all he said. Right? So it was a greeting and a salutation. It was an acknowledgement of fanship. Mm-hmm. It was a display of wit.
Right.
It was a display of
brevity.
Yes.
Right.
It was also a display of sheer cool. It reeked of coolness.
That's right.
It was also the perfect dig that didn't go too far or
because it
little.
Affected Murray. Yes. He was like, "What the fuck?" he couldn't let it go for the rest of the day.
It's like that Seinfeld episode. I told you about this when birds keep flying into Elaine's head.
Oh, you told me about it. Yeah, but I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, and then some guy told her she had a big head and she like couldn't take it. But we were dumbfounded. It was so genius. Yeah. And nothing about the guy would have said that he was capable of any of that.
No, that's what I mean. Like you just didn't think it, which is great. And I don't want to get caught in doing another thing because what did I do when I just walked into your house today? I was like, I just did a 20-minute fucking meet and greet in Walmart buying iced tea.
You're gonna hear from the people that say that we complain too much.
Yeah, I know. We don't want to say. Let's stick to the positive. It's like guys like that, guys like You said it to me in the airport the other day. You were like, that was perfect encounter. A guy came over and was like, hey man, don't want to bother you. Just want to say love the show. Keep doing what you're doing. Kept walking.
Yeah.
And you turned to me and you were like, that's the perfect encounter. I want to buy that guy a fucking drink right now. So yeah, let's keep it positive. That guy in Indiana, man. I'll never forget him. Never.
Yeah.
I wish we can get him on the show, but
he's probably so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He'd probably be like our best friend.
Last night, we had a show at the Cutting Room, and we have one more next week. We had a small place in the city, and we're just working out some new material. And it's about an hour and 5 minutes in. We're about to wrap up the show. We just had a really funny thing happen. And a lady raises her hand and says, I have something.
Oh, the DVD lady?
That's what she said. She raised her hand. Yeah. It got silent for 1 second. She was the first table, first row, dead center.
Right in front of us.
Dead center. There couldn't have been a person closer.
Right.
She raises her hand and says out loud, I have something. And to which we had no idea.
Right.
So we're like, I'm sorry. And she's like, I have something. And she looks in her phone, starts scrolling, and she says, 22,678. And we're like, what are you talking about? She's like, that's how many units sold. That's how many units. And this now, it's only 9,000. And we go, what are you talking about? And she goes, DVDs. And we said, what do you mean? And she goes, the seasons of your DVDs. 22,000, 23,000, blah, blah, blah. And this season only 9,000. Right. And before we proceeded, all of us went, well, season 2 just went on sale a month ago.
We were defending ourselves.
And then we were like, also, who the fuck are you? What the fuck are you talking about? And she goes, I work for Nielsen.
And those numbers weren't accurate.
No, they weren't, because we
sold over 50,000 in the first season.
Right.
In fact, they said they wouldn't do season 2 unless we sold 50,000 of season 1.
Right.
So we know we sold it.
Right.
So her interruption was ill-informed.
But just wrap your head around her brain.
Mm-hmm.
She, at the end, she raises her hand. There was over 200 people there. She raises her hand, stops the entire thing, and doesn't preface what she's about to talk about. And she just starts talking about DVD statistics. Nobody knew what she was talking about. At this point, you think you're dealing with someone who is completely a loose cannon, right?
Yeah, I'm about to spring something on you. Keep going.
So I'm like, I want to talk about, is that real?
Yeah, we got some Hamburglar porn in.
Okay, hold on. All right. We'll get to that in a second. Where'd that come from?
We got it. What say? I installed the Gmail app on my phone, so now I check the What Say You email every day.
That's good. I'll do the same.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Okay. So actually, I don't know why I haven't done that. I'm going to do that. I'll make sure we do that to this.
Yeah.
So she says, we go, let's talk about you for a second. Why did you feel the need to stop everything and start yelling out DVD sales? And she had no good answer one way or another. We started lacing into her. It was like super funny. And then the show ended. Okay, this is going to be good. But no one gets to see these photos.
I don't know. I could reach out and see, like, do you mind if we put some up?
It's all right. Wait, hold on. So then check this out.
Right.
Right after that, we say, thank you, everyone. We walk off to the side of the stage. She gets up, runs to the side of the stage as we're about to exit, and she says, hey, can I get a picture with you? And I say, sure. No problem.
Oh, she did?
Yeah.
Okay, because I ran out of there.
Yeah, and she takes her phone, and her phone isn't even on. Like, it's like it's off, so she turns it on, right?
Right.
And then she starts scrolling through the pages, like the apps to find, like, the camera turn on app. And, like, she can't find it, and she's scrolling back and forth, and now everyone, like, starts to come over and everything, and I was like, why don't you step inside over here? This way, you can find it and we can take it. And she's like, all right. So we step on the side and she's scrolling and she's talking to me about other stuff. And I'm like, do you need and then she finds the thing and she's just taking so long.
Didn't even have it ready.
No,
that's good. It's good.
And I just go, do you know if you have it or not? Because I have to go downstairs, right? Because a lot of stuff happens right after a show too. Like,
sure. Will we go over stuff? Or,
we have to go
I
downstairs,
just want to get the fuck out of there.
The
You're a human. You're allowed to want to go home after you're done working, by the way. Right.
Yeah. So I say that, do you know if you can get it or not? Or like, what's up? And she goes, swear to God. She goes, oh, kiss my ass.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah,
was she serious?
Or
was it in the spirit of, I know you guys. We're friends.
I think that it was like half and half.
Okay.
It probably was more in the spirit of, he'll like a lady that came on stage and think
Just
that
a drunken.
but she was a loose cannon. Remember, she was the same loose cannon. So she was like, "Oh, kiss my ass," and I just looked at her and I put my hand on her shoulder and I was like, "Okay, thank you very much," and I walked downstairs. So we're downstairs for I didn't take a picture with her.
Okay.
I put my hand on her shoulder. I said, "Thank you very much." Have a good
You
night.
gave her a human moment.
And I walked downstairs, and because she said kiss my ass, and I was like, I don't have time for this. And we're downstairs 10 minutes, and Chris, one of our guys we work with, he's like a promoter, and
promoter for Live Nation,
for AG.
Oh, AG,
and he comes down and he goes, the lady in the front walked out on a $250 dinner bill.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
She was that pissed at you that she took it out in the cutting room?
I didn't connect those.
Well, she was just drunk.
I just think she's a crazy person.
Right.
I mean, no, you don't, if you're a normal human being, one has nothing to do with the other.
Right.
You don't,
she's not a normal human being.
You don't concede all of your morals and commit a crime because you took too long to pull up an app. That doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Right. She's the type of person that raises her hand, stops a full show for the other 200 something people watching, and starts shouting out DVD statistics without even explaining herself. Right. That's who she is, right? So she's a person who
you sound like you're building an anger about her right now.
Well, she's a person who needs attention.
Yeah.
And that's why she ran to the side and didn't think anything of it, that she couldn't get her phone out after I obliged the picture.
Right.
Then told me to kiss her ass. And then she walked out on the bill.
Yeah. I had a similar thing at a meet and greet in Indiana. Same place. Where there these two fucking drunk people wearing the hockey jerseys. I was talking to a guy who went to sniper school, a fucking Marine sniper.
Right.
And I was asking him stories about sniper schools. And also when we do the meet and greets, it's like we try to spend one-on-one time with as many people as possible. Now, when you get a fucking cop who is also a sniper in the Marines, that's a guy I want to fucking talk to. He deserves your respect and your time. And this woman comes over and she just starts leaning on me and trying to take a selfie with me while I'm talking to the sniper guy. And I go, hey, I was like, I promise you I will come and take a picture with you. Just let me finish hearing this story. And she goes, you know what? Forget it. And walks away. And then afterwards I went over to her and I was like, hey, I'm done. What's up? She goes, no, I don't want it now. And then when we took the group photo, she refused to stand near me. She's like, I'm not standing next to him, and went to the other side.
There's nothing you can do about those people.
I don't give a fuck. Somebody sent me an email that says Hard Knock Sal remix. And I'm trying to play it, and I can't for some reason.
Oh. Someone.
What?
Someone put our voices over the. I gotta find it. Someone put our voices. Someone put my Walmart commercial over the real one.
Get out.
Yeah, and I wouldn't open from my phone. I could find it if we could pause. I could find it.
Well, let's pause it. Hold on a second.
Wait, I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try to find that. Also, the other thing.
Okay.
The turkeys. Wait, one second. Can you pause it?
I'm gonna pause it again. I'm sorry for this. We just found something that's awesome. Hold on, we'll be right back. All right, we're back. Sorry, I found something that I played for. That the thing that I tried to play with you was a remix of. Do you have the email? Who it's from, Sal? I got it. Dan. That's from Super Dope. You didn't give me your last name, Dan, but we got an email at the What Say You email address, which is What Say You podcast, right? What Say You podcast at gmail.com. And Dan made a Hard Knock Sal remix. He says here, let me read the email from my boy here. Dan says, hiya, Hard Knock Sal remix. It's actually not a very long email at all. Diamond BQ remix coming soon. Take care, Dan. And we started playing it, and we only played it halfway through because we loved it so fucking much. But we're gonna play it for you right now.
Yeah, basically what happened was he took some stuff from that we were talking about during that episode, and he remixed it into a little bit of a song to enhance it. So here we go.
I will have Declan cut it in the actual thing, but yeah, let's play it. Or we'll see.
Broke it down into tiers
times, probably 24 times, from conversations or emails I got from people that tell me about some of the unfortunate situations, and it is pretty insane. It is touching and overwhelming and unique, out of this world unique, that we're in a position where two things happen. One, we can make people feel better that are in these situations, that it appeals to them, and it gives them some sense of like calmness or peace or even happiness for a moment. That's insane. That's number one. Number two, it's what is this pussy shit? What are you doing? No, it's unbelievable. What is this pussy shit? Come to us and feel comfortable telling us some of the stuff they tell us.
Where the fuck is Hard Knock Sal? I was here 2 seconds ago.
He's right here, man. There's many facets. I'm like a prism. What I was gonna say was, take the stuffing you were gonna put in your bird and shove it up your fucking ass. Boom! Just got Hard Knocks out. Boom!
Oh man, this is crazy. I thought he'd throw a few more quotes in there.
Drive. Take the stuffing. Shove them both up your fucking ass. Boom!
There you go.
Oh, that was great, but that made me like want to hear like a super duper remix.
Yeah,
of all the That was
Dan,
it.
if you're out there, if you're listening, and I hope you are, man. Keep it coming, man. A lot, like, if you could weave the quotes into the song a little bit, make
yeah,
it was great.
That would be. Oh, I mean, the tone was perfect. With the nice stuff and then the heavy stuff.
It was good.
But if you could just keep adding sound bites and doing like remixing them and cutting them and all that stuff,
that's funny.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, we actually got a few of the Nuggalos come into the live shows. I forget his name. Very nice guy. Tell him Steve Dave fan. Said that he's working on the cover of F for Effort, our theme song. So those hopefully
the metal cover.
Yeah. He's doing a metal version of it. So excited to hear that. And we are we're bringing on Chris Lodano to help us with the show. So hopefully all these things that you guys send in will be getting the attention they deserve.
Yeah. We want to definitely, we're going to take the steps to get like someone to work with us.
Right. So
we can have all this stuff prepped or we can just tackle it.
Yeah.
Cause it gets away from us and we always have the best intentions, but
yeah,
we're definitely admitting that we need someone to come in and this way it will like just supercharge the show, hopefully.
Yeah. You guys are doing great. And on that note, to the Hamburglar picks, we got a few in. We got
people sent in Hamburglar photos.
Naughty Hamburglar photos, which I hope you had fun doing them. And they are definitely hot. You guys did good work. Some of them are already on our Twitter, right, Sal?
I just, we were questioning whether if it would be good that we could show people these. And then we realized that one batch of them was already tweeted by someone. So I just retweeted them on the What Say You Twitter. And that one is from Jessica Montgomery.
Right.
And pretty crazy. Like, I wonder if these were done for us or these, she had our idea already. Well, let's see what she says. Here's the hamburger as a pinup for you. She did it in a burlesque style. I didn't buy the costume or play the game. So I'm sorry I don't have a story to tell. I hope you think they're fun. Oh, so she kind of fashioned this. It's perfect because it comes across as the Hamburglar.
Yeah, and she went topless. I mean, you don't see her boobs, but she did go topless. She's holding hamburger buns over her boobs.
It is hysterical.
Right.
Yeah, she's eating burgers.
And also we got Melissa Smith sent some in.
I just wanted to show my love and support by sending the pictures.
Right. And she is at Catwoman _777 on Twitter. If she wants to put them up, we wouldn't dream of putting up. They're not, hers are more cheesecake. You don't really, there's no like they're safe for work, her photos, but still damn sexy. Still the Hamburglar.
Yeah, actually, and she actually has a Hamburglar costume, it seems.
Yeah. And she's looking great. So if you want to post them on your own Twitter, and we'll retweet them. This way you get a little bump in followers possibly. So,
sure.
You know, it's the least we can do to help you out.
Keep them coming. They're hysterical.
I mean, they're great. And they are actually sexy. I can't believe I'm saying
That's
it. But
funny.
The Hamburglar pics are pretty good. So thank you guys so much.
Something else I just saw while we were doing this on our Twitter feed. It appears now people are leaving reviews on Amazon for Honey, commenting as Nugget. Hysterical. Ashley Newman sent in something that she ended up seeing online. We'll retweet it as well. The Geffen Honey Bear 12-ounce pack of 6. It's going for $26.34. And the review here is 5 stars. Nugget says, "Buy us now." It was posted on December 6th. You kill 1 nugget, 6. This is the review.
Read it as Nugget.
Buy us now. You kill 1 nugget, 6 rise in its place. Buy Nugget now, or nuggets will creep into your room while you sleep. 5 stars.
Oh, you know what I really love doing in a way that I don't know why, but like it's the same thing. How like you see, and Joe has definitely commented on it. How if a Tell 'em Steve Dave listener comes to the show, I'm apt to treat them a little special.
Right.
Sometimes I think it annoys Joe. I'll go hug him for the crowd. Like during the meet and greets, I'll just talk to them and stuff like that. It's going to the Nuggalos as well. I love the look on their face when I bust out the Nugget voice. Yeah, they love it. Like they're like, it's like, oh boy, it's like I love doing it. They love hearing it. It's great, man. And how many Nuggets have we signed?
So many, dude.
Yeah, it's really been a great experience. Nugget brings everybody together.
He really does. Like, it's unbelievable.
Yeah,
sociopath.
It's easier to feel everybody's out if they're in one place.
So funny, dude.
Yeah. So I think we got time to really remark it. It's been a short episode. We've been doing it a while because we keep stopping it.
Yes. Yeah.
But you want to talk about the kid who saved his friend's life?
Oh my God. So this is something we just found. I just retweeted that too. A lot of retweet. Everything we talked about has been retweeted at the What Say You.
Right.
There's also a nice picture of Coco at the party I was at playing Xbox, and it is worth a look. Jeez Louise. Billy Higgins, thanks for sending that in. We just found out that you tell the story, Q, because you read it.
Okay. I had found out that this kid, let me get the actual story up. This kid in Manalapan, which is, I believe, New Jersey.
That's
right?
where it was?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right near my aunt.
Grant lives in Manalapan.
Yeah.
That's New Jersey, right?
Yeah. Absolutely.
I'll briefly read over the article. Manalapan salutes teen for saving his friend's life. And what happened was this kid, Matthew Ziegler, who's 13, and his friend Reese Gary, who's 14, they were hanging out at his house eating pizza. Some pizza got stuck in Reese's throat. And our man here, Matthew, did the Heimlich on him.
We're going to get him on the show next week.
We got to get him on.
We got to
try and reach this kid. And he said... cops came, said he saved the kid's life. He saved his friend's life by dislodging the pizza from his throat. And he said, Matthew said he learned about the Heimlich maneuver and its application in an unorthodox place on a television program called Impractical Jokers.
Unbelievable.
He goes on to say, a few weeks ago, Impractical Jokers had an episode where they did the Heimlich maneuver on a dummy, and apparently this is where Matthew saw it. Oh, this is his friend. This is Ziegler. Because of that crazy show that helped Matthew in all of this. Because, wait, this kid might be stupid. On a dummy, and apparently this is when Matthew saw it. Because of that crazy show that helped Matthew in all of this, said Ziegler, who along with her husband Robert is very proud of their son. Oh, okay, I got it. So that's Matthew's quote. I'm sorry that I fucking slayed that entire quote. The point is, the kid learned the Heimlich from watching A Practical Joke and saved his 14-year-old friend's life.
Wow.
That's unbelievable, man.
We got to get some more shine. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're the real heroes.
If you go back to it, who do you remember who did the Heimlich maneuver in that bit?
I think it was Joe, because wasn't he like getting right by the Nissan Maximus?
Right.
Right? Didn't he do that?
Yeah.
I was saying to you, it would have been hysterical if what stuck in his head was a different part of that episode, and his friend died because all he kept on telling him was to let his titties go before he starts to blow.
Well, we're glad the 14-year-old kid is alive.
He's like, "We stay away from the fucking light."
That's pretty cool, man.
That is cool. You know what's funny? That's online. If you haven't seen it, type in Impractical Jokers CPR. I think that's online. You can find that. That's unbelievable.
That's crazy, man.
We're gonna see if we can get him on the show.
I don't even know how we would go about it, but
let's Philadelphia.
We'll
That's Philadelphia.
Oh yeah, it's our producer's fucking problem. Or if anybody out there knows the kid, maybe Ann knows him.
Look, we know where he's from and we know their names. We can reach out.
We look him up.
No
Maybe
problem
today
at all.
we'll call him an Alapin at the end of the show.
We can call them an Alapin transcript too. The people
right.
that wrote the.
That's true. But I was also thinking like we could call him an Alapin.
Oh yeah, let's call him.
Yeah, and just figure that out. So that's some pretty exciting things going on there, man. I think.
Absolutely. And can we talk about where we're going right now? Because by the time this airs, it won't be a. Can we hint at it or no? What's happening tonight?
Well, in terms of, it won't air until next year.
Right.
Well, I don't care about that. I just wouldn't want Joe to find out because it's a surprise for Joe. But
what's happening in a half hour?
Yeah. So, all right, let's do it.
Joe's getting punished tonight, and we're headed to a body shop or a warehouse,
a garage,
where he is going to. I don't know how much can we get. Can we just say it or no?
We're gonna have Joe interviewing some really rough characters. That might be the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Self-proclaimed criminals.
Yeah, and we get to write the questions, and it's going to be like an expose, like a 2020 interview, and they think Joe's going to be like a reporter, and we get to like ask the questions and push these guys' buttons, and Joe is definitely in danger tonight.
Yeah, like we had this is one of the ones that every once in a while insurance has to sign off on something. This is one of them.
And it's not like wrestlers or anything like that. It's like real life.
It's criminals. It's self-avowed criminals. And we're not even disparaging them.
Right.
They take pride in being criminals. A gang of sorts. So we're pretty excited by it to see. Because Joe's hard to get, man. Like, he just dives in. He can't pull Gatto shenanigans with this crew.
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for the realness of it.
Right.
But I know this week was a quick ep. But we.
On that note, do you know that the punishment you had me do in Miami, that True TV had to go up the chain to Turner to get them to sign off on it, and Turner had to get production to agree that if I died, did you know this? If I died during the punishment you made me do, obviously I lived, it's over. That you guys had to promise to keep doing the show without me if I died. That's the only way they approved that punishment.
That can't be true.
It's dead true.
Well, how could it be true? Because you did the punishment and I never heard that. So I didn't agree to do the show without you.
I think that they just said to him, well, I think they were just like, yeah, of course.
That would never hold up in a court. Imagine like we're taking them to court. Their friend's dead and they're not continuing the show. So we're going to sue them.
Right.
That's a good look.
Yeah, that's a good look on it, right?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And True's response was, think of the ratings bump if he dies.
Well, that's a tongue in cheek. Of course it is. They wouldn't even be able to air it.
Right. No. I don't think they'd air me getting savagely killed.
You just mean in the future?
In the future, like if I died, the press that would come out.
Who said that? Well, don't name names, but no, but that's definitely all like that's all out of fun.
Right.
That's, you know what though? Whoever said it, even if it was out of fun or not, it's right.
Probably right. So shit's getting real.
If you ever really wanted out of the show, maybe what we would do is fake your death, put you in witness protection, and so we get that bump.
Right. So that helps all of us.
Yeah.
I don't think that I'm going to want out of the show. I you said it the other day, and it made me really made me happy. You were like, "What's with you lately?" Because I've been more agreeable.
Yeah.
I guess this season, and that's a conscious effort.
Yeah.
I made a conscious effort to enjoy every day before I go to work, I say to myself, this is a privilege. This is unique. This will not last forever. When it's all said and done, you're going to be glad you have.
You're living in the good times right now.
That's it. Like,
For
this is
sure.
it. These are the times to enjoy.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've been good at that the past few seasons. So I've been making a conscious effort to enjoy it more and to make you guys aware that I'm enjoying it more.
Right.
And that made me really happy the other day when you noticed it. So thank you. Thank you for noticing that.
No problem. And Dan, here's one for you. But fuck that shit! That pansy-ass pussy bullshit! Bring that shit somewhere else. I don't have time for that shit. Nobody wants to hear about your fucking privileges, bitch. Turn on the news. Suck it up like the rest of us. You just got Hard Knocks out.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
I feel.
What happened? Where was I?
I feel like I've just gone through something. You want to make a phone call? We'll wrap this up. We'll go get Joe Gatto killed.
All right, let's call Manalapan.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Manalapan Braves.
They're the team.
Manalapan Braves.
Okay.
Joe's little nephews. Joe's nephew Anthony. They won the state championship in football this week. Gina and Nino's son.
Who gives a shit? Diamond BQ in the fucking house, son! Telling me about a kid's softball game. Who gives a shit? Did you have money on that game? No? Then why the fuck are we talking about it?
Oh, God. All right. Here we go, Manalapan.
All right.
I think Hard Knocks Sal, if someone answers, we'll talk to this person.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
We should have a wheel that we spin. Fuck you.
The number you dialed is not in service.
All right. Well,
That's that.
That's that.
Our new tour went on sale. We're writing it now. It's the Where's Larry Tour 2015. Dates are up and will continue to be up. We're touring for the entire damn year. We might do another bus tour in August, but for now we're away almost every other weekend all over the country. Tenderloins.com for tickets.
It's hard to miss us at this point.
I mean, I forget which show's which. We have a couple of leftover old shows, but then it's all like pretty much the new show.
Yeah.
But we will be in Anaheim. We will be in Louisville. We will be in Cincinnati. We will be in Virginia.
A rare West Coast appearance for us. We really don't do a lot.
We've never played LA. We've done San Francisco.
Well, you and I did Space Monkeys in LA.
Yes. But we've done San Francisco and San Diego. This is our first LA show.
I'll tell you what, if that LA show, we Sal and I spoke to our tour manager and were like, hey, could we do a What Say You out in LA? And we really have to watch, like we've mentioned this on the show before, we don't want to hurt. I don't know how it was, but they assure us that if we do two shows, it'll hurt the main ticket sales.
Yes, but if that show sells out, then we could just have our show, right?
Right, and but that's only 4 weeks away. I don't know if we'll have a sellout and then be able to whip together a live What Say You.
Yeah, we could do one small venue for the fun of it.
Yeah,
and if it sells out 100 seats, we could add a second.
I would love that.
I don't care about the size of the What Say You.
Not at all.
Do it.
What Say You, as ever, is not a money making venture for us. It's really just a different way to connect with small segments of people that we probably have more in common with, I think.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're also coming to Royal Oak, Michigan, and we are also going to be at Foxwoods again this year and Borgata. These are all just the things we just found out. So take that and do what you want with it. We probably going to be in Nashville again at the
Wild West
Comedy Festival.
I can't wait to do that.
With
that we could do
our Sullivan Boys and Vince Vaughn and crew.
Yeah,
we'll do one there probably. And
that we could do. That's not going to hurt anybody.
No, absolutely not, because it's
it's a festival
site-wide. Yeah. All right, so that's that quick but next week we will be back, hopefully with a Ladondo in tow.
That's right, and the Walmart stuff.
And the Walmart stuff is next week. It'll be the Christmas episode.
Right.
So keep on sending the Hamburglers, and we'll be back next week.
Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.
I heard that Rome wasn't built in a day. Then how come everyone is rushing to get ahead? And if I seem to be reserved, that's just my way. Your questions seem like you're interrogating me. Yeah, I try, then again I don't try. I get an F for effort, I get a D next time. Okay. Here we go. I heard the lemon metaphor 4 million times, and I don't stand for lemonade, don't ask me why. And would a beverage stand be a job that be desired? And where would I get the wood, and should I try? Should I try? Then again I don't try. I get an F for effort, I get a 65. Yeah, I try, yeah, then again I don't try. I get an F for effort, I might as well just I heard the currency don't grow like leaves on trees. Then how come my money comes and goes so seasonally? And I wish farmers planted plants instead of thieves. My friend pays a ton of green for greener groceries. Yeah, she tries, then again she don't try. She gets an F for effort, she'll plant a tree next time. Yeah, she tries, then again I don't try. I get an F for effort, I get a D next time. Yeah, I try, then again I don't try. I get an F for effort, I get a 65. Yeah, I try.